What's up, everybody? And welcome back in. We've got an interesting one today. It's kind of a one off topic that enough of you have sent me questions about, and especially interesting when a bunch of people that follow this channel and have questions and are awesome and add a lot to this content see things different ways. So, Britney Spears, you may have heard of her, has gotten pulled over a few times. And she's been pulled over for different traffic violations, whether it's speeding or crossing a double yellow line. We'll listen to the officer explain it to her in these two stops. What's really weird to me, and just something you shouldn't do, is she's driving around without her driver's license and without proof of insurance, which she is Britney Spears, so people are going to know who she is, but you have to do that. So that's not great. But about half of you that sent me, I don't know if it's half, more than half of you sent me this and said it's so unfair. She's being harassed. These cops know it's Britney Spears and they keep pulling her over. And then a good chunk of you, probably less than half, say this is so horrible. She's getting special treatment. If this was anybody else, they would be getting arrested for this. If she looked differently, she would be getting arrested for this. So we're going to take a look at two of these stops today, and I'll give you my take. Do I think it's special treatment? Do I think she's getting harassed? What do I think? Well, that's why we're here. So hit that like button if you guys haven't already, and subscribe to our page if you are new to the channel. My name is Peter Tragos. I'm a lawyer, a real lawyer. You may not believe that, but I swear it's true. In the outro, I'll have my firm website and everything you can go look up. Where did I go to school? If I got any awards, what are my credentials? You can look it all up. But first, subscribe now. So let's take a look at video number one that is on September 10th, 2023, I believe is, I think this one is the first of the two videos, if I remember correctly. All right, let's take a listen.
Sorry. You're speeding. Let me get your license, registration, insurance.
All right, I didn't realize I had it on one.
I'm so sorry. You're speeding. Let me get your license, registration, insurance.
So it starts out with him saying, "You're speeding," and she says, "I'm sorry." And he says, "Let me get your license, registration, and insurance." Okay, totally normal stop so far.
My license actually is with my security at home, and I don't have it with me right now at this moment. I'm so sorry, but it's like 10 minutes away. You're going 60, and it's like a 45. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Can I get your registration, insurance? Excuse me? Registration, insurance?
So he says you're going 60 and a 45. She says, "I'm sorry." She doesn't argue with it. She's being as polite as possible. She's doing absolutely nothing wrong in this stop. The officer's doing absolutely nothing wrong in this stop. He's actually, being fine. He's like, "You don't have your license. Okay. What about your insurance, and registration?" Seems like she has nothing, which you just can't drive around with nothing. So that's a problem. He handles it appropriately so far. Let's keep listening to the interaction here. I think she said somebody has it at her house, which is like 10 minutes away.
I don't know. All my information is at my house. Okay. Do you have a valid license?
All my information at the house. But, well, do you even have a valid license? I've been pulled over without my license before. I will be honest. I'll tell you what the outcome was to see if she got special treatment, if I got special treatment.
Yes, sir. I just flew in from overseas, so they have my security at my house. I've stopped you before out here for speed.
So that's fair. She said she just flew in from overseas, so her security has all that stuff because they show her license, her passport, whatever it may be. But then, again, this is the first of two videos that we're going to watch. So we know she gets pulled over after this video. But now he says, "I've pulled you over for speeding here before." So this is already the second time that we know of that he's pulled her over for speeding right in this area, same cop. I backed it up a little so we could hear that. By the way, a lot of this 11 minutes we're going to skip through because he's at his car doing the cop stuff that they do, running the tag and stuff like that when you get pulled over.
Overseas, so they have my security at my house. I've stopped you before out here for speeding. I stopped you before out here for speeding. I gave you a break last time.
Gave her a break last time. Is that special treatment? My answer to that is a hard no. A lot of people, especially when they're really nice to the cop, like she's being, admitting that she was wrong, saying she was sorry, being polite, even if she doesn't have her stuff, that is not special treatment. That's happened to me before. I'm sure it's happened to you. Now, where the special treatment discussion could really come in is if someone really has no license, no registration, and they're driving an expensive car, there are two ways to look at it. The cop can say, "Oh, they're probably fine, whatever, nice neighborhood, driving a nice car, everything's fine." Or they could say, maybe this car is stolen And if they don't have their license registration, let's arrest them, right? It can go all across the spectrum. So I do think, if anything, I wouldn't call it special treatment, but being recognizable, and the fact that he knows this is Britney Spears, unlikely that she's stolen this car. She's not exhibiting any signs of impairment or anything. It's not like she's drunk or that's why she doesn't have her stuff because she's not paying attention, whatever. She's not showing any signs of that. But if anything, being recognizable, being a celebrity probably helps with the cop knowing that you are who you say you are, and that, this is likely your car, especially if he's pulled her over before. So he has knowledge that this is her. But some people on the other side will say, well, he knows that's her car and he's trying to pull her over. It's like, well, don't go 60 in a 45 if you don't want to get pulled over. So I have a hard time seeing this as some kind of harassment so far.
Can I get your full name? Middle?
Jean.
Date of birth?
She gives him all this information. Again, doesn't argue.
Do you have a registration of the car? Do you have insurance? Doesn't your security usually follow you?
That's weird. How would he know that? Like, I would never think that her security would follow her in the car everywhere she goes. I don't know. Maybe he's thinking back in the conservatorship days, but so he basically is trying to help her out here. Can they give it to you? And so when I was pulled over without my driver's license, I actually had a picture of it on my phone because I had taken it before to send it to somebody for something, when you do certain things, and you have to have a photo ID. So I had it on my phone. I am not recognizable like Britney Spears. I did not know this law enforcement officer. I have been pulled over where I know the cop, which is always funny. And I showed that to him and he said, that's fine. That proves you are who you are. I had my registration and proof of insurance and all that in the car. I just left my wallet at home. I was going to the gym and I rolled a stop sign, if anybody's wondering, and they want to really dig deep. But he said to me, he gave me a warning and let me go, but said, that's not good enough. Can't just have it on your phone. And he's right. And now I always have my wallet in my car, even if I drive to the gym. You have to have your driver's license with you in the car. And he could have given me a ticket, but he let me go. I don't consider that special treatment. So far, I don't consider this special treatment. Let's see if he lets her go or if he cites her.
Okay. Are you able to have him bring your stuff? Can you have him bring your information?
Drive there?
No, I don't want to do that. Or he can send you a picture of the insurance.
Seems like he's trying to help her out. Maybe this is getting into the special treatment waters, because I don't know if they would let everybody have somebody drive it to you or send a picture to you or things like that.
And insurance. And insurance.
And insurance too, to just help go to my phone so I can show you this copy.
Okay, just wait here for me, okay?
Okay, so she says she's going to have him send all that to her. We don't need to see him do his work at his car.
Okay, can I get your current address? Okay, like her license and stuff and the insurance? Okay, yeah, she needs to carry it. It all needs to be in the vehicle. Do you know the name of the insurance company at least?
Hey, who's she talking about?
Okay, can I get your current address?
Picture of my passport, but this is the girl she needs to. She has all my information.
Okay, can I get your current address?
Okay, here she is. And talk to him right now. He's right here on the phone.
Yeah, I just need her current address.
So it's somebody on the phone. I think she said it's my girl or something on the phone. I couldn't hear what she said. I don't think she said my lawyer or anything like that.
Okay, like her license and stuff and the insurance? Okay, yeah, she needs to carry it. It all needs to be in the vehicle. Do you know the name of the insurance company at least?
In some of this stuff, he's trying to verify that it's real, that she actually has it. Because just because she's Britney Spears doesn't mean she has a valid driver's license, doesn't mean she has car insurance. So he's trying to even do anything he can to corroborate that it's actually there. He maybe can go look it up, things like that.
Okay, and you don't have her license either? Okay. Yeah, it'll have to be afterwards. You guys can just show it to the court as proof, okay?
Tell it to the judge is what that sounded like. So now it's sounding like he's going to cite her.
To the court. Yeah, go ahead. Ms. Spears, can I get your address? Code? What was it? 913. Okay, cool. All right, just wait here.
Going back usually means writing a ticket.
All right, ma'am. So I'm gonna write you a fix-it ticket for the license, and then not having proof of insurance. I'm guessing you do have insurance, but you need to have it in the vehicle or accessible. So if you get in a car crash, you can exchange it versus having to try to juggle it back and forth. Just sign in the red box. By signing, you're not admitting to anything. I'm gonna give you a warning for speeding, by the way. Just sign in the red box. By signing, you're not admitting anything. You're just promising you're gonna take care of it with the court. They should send you a notice to your address. In general, you can just show proof to any law enforcement that you have your license and that you have the insurance. They can sign off on the ticket, and then you talk to the court with how to take care of it, okay?
Thank you.
Or have your assistant take care of it. Please slow down out here. This is the second time, okay? There's your copy. You're free to go.
So, giving her a ticket for it, I think he said a fix-it ticket, which basically what he means is if you do show proof of your driver's license and insurance in court, it's just gonna go away. It's not gonna be a big deal, but you do need to carry it in your car. Now, the more interesting part was he says, I'm going to give you a warning for speeding again. So the same cop pulling you over in the same spot for the same thing as speeding. Now that is very unusual to get off multiple times. Now, depending on how close it was, if it was a year ago, not a big deal. But if he remembered, it's also Britney Spears. It could have been 20 years ago and he would remember that he pulled over Britney Spears for speeding, right? Not yours truly. So that is interesting to me, letting her go twice for speeding, especially 60 and a 45. If he's considering that dangerous, we are wading into the water of some kind of special treatment. So I can understand how people, maybe say something like that. But what I will say, and she's been through a lot in her life, so if she gets off a speeding ticket, I'm okay with that. But we have to give credit where credit is due, because a lot of times people that are pulled over get annoyed when they get tickets for things that they think are stupid. Like, I do have a driver's license. I don't have it on me. Big deal. It's not unsafe to not have my driver's license, which is technically true, even though it's, what you should do. And number three, she is a celebrity. How many celebrities have we seen bribe a cop, hint at bribing a cop, telling him to let him go, getting him mad, saying, do you know who I am? Trying to pull rank. She didn't do any of that. So if I was a cop, I would appreciate that. And I would give her a warning if I could, if I felt like what she was doing wasn't dangerous. So I feel like a lot of credit needs to go to Britney Spears in this interaction, even though you shouldn't speed. She wasn't going 100 and a 45, but you shouldn't speed. She knows that. She apologized. Hopefully she doesn't speed anymore. But the way she handled the interaction, I thought was for a celebrity, because have I seen some bad celebrity encounters with law enforcement. If you guys want me to react to them, DM them to me just like you did this one. All right, let's go on to stop number 2. Actually, theoretically, we can consider it stop number 3, because he said in the prior stop that he had already stopped her before for speeding.
Sorry, I had a TT. My house is right there. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, pass on the double yellow.
Again, she says, I'm so sorry. So, admitting that she knows she did something wrong. So it's hard to call it harassment when the person who's being pulled over admits that they are doing something wrong on the road immediately. She does say my house is right there. So close. You'd be surprised how many accidents and tickets happen within like 3 miles of someone's house.
You can't do that.
I'm so sorry.
Do you have your license?
Sounds like the same guy. And he's like, do you have your license? And he almost want to say this time.
Okay. I'm trying to shade you. Hold on. There we go.
My security at my house has my passport and my driver's license.
Okay.
I just flew from Mexico.
Okay. You haven't gotten your license yet? I stopped you a few weeks ago, and you're supposed to get your license.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Do you know you can't pass on the double yellows?
So now we find out what she did this time, passing on the double yellows. Now that's a lot more dangerous, assuming there were no cars around, but a lot more dangerous than speeding is passing on the double yellows. But to me, I would be frustrated now. I'd be like, just put your driver's license in your wallet and leave your insurance and registration in your car. That never needs to come out. You don't need that when you fly internationally, right? You don't really need your driver's license when you fly internationally. Just bring your passport.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, the reason for that is
how can you get mad at her? Yes, sir, I'm sorry. As polite as you can possibly be. And I try to act the same exact way, regardless of how rude or unfair or mad I am about the situation. This is the best way to deal with encounters like this. It's polite and nice and respectful as you possibly can. A plus, I would say about a D for her, driving and rules of the road and having the paperwork with you that you need to. A plus in her interaction with people, especially people that people would understand if she got frustrated with. She never accused him of harassing her or continuing to try to pull her over or anything like that. I promise you other celebrities' heads would go there.
These private driveways, so people are pulling in and out.
It's about to come out right now. I'm so sorry.
Okay, do you have any like photo ID or anything with your name on it? I know who you are, but
Yes, they have to.
okay, you really got to carry it. Is there a reason why you don't carry it with you?
No, it's because I forgot to take it back from the security holds it.
Yeah. So do they, like, so you fly into the airport, right? And then they take it from you and they take it home?
They're not supposed to handle their times. They kind of have been really rude. They take my dogs away the last time I was there. So we've had to,
At the airport?
yeah, well, they want to take it and they take it to the thing and they search it and everything. They never did that before, so my security is very cautious about the passports and everything and make sure that I'm not taken advantage of when they were really kind of rude last time I was
Got
there.
it.
So that's why.
Ma'am, here's that information. What's your address out here? Do you know your address out here? Okay. You sure? Are you sure that's what it is? Is that considered Thousand Oaks or is it Newbury Park or Westlake? And do you know the zip code by any chance? Do you know the zip code by any chance? No. Okay, I'll look it up real quick.
3140.
And just confirm, so your license is at your house? Is there a way you can make like a photocopy and you can keep it in that same envelope that way? And I promise you, I'm not out here just trying to pull you over.
So he's starting to get the feeling at this point. He's like, maybe people are going to think I am harassing her. He's like, I promise I'm not just out here trying to pull you over. I swear, I'm not. I got to be honest. Crossing over a double yellow, if a cop sees anybody do that, they're probably going to get pulled over. 60 and a 45. Some cops will pull you over. Some cops won't, depending on the flow of traffic. Probably it's still wrong either way. So they can legally pull you over, but passing a double yellow is pretty bad.
And you can keep it in that same envelope that way. And I promise you, I'm not out here just trying to pull you over.
Honestly, it's so dumb.
Oh, okay. And I understand because you don't want people to like try to take it as a souvenir or something. So, and I just want you to know that I'm not out here trying to pull you over. I'm out here looking for people speeding and passing over the double yellows. Okay.
She's like, I totally understand. I don't get it. Not accusing you of that. I do get it. I'm not accusing you of that. Grabbing a celebrity's photo ID as a souvenir is kind of an interesting thought. But the laws don't change and the rules don't change. You still have to have it with you and you still have to have one.
I'm just looking up the zip code. Okay, ma'am. So I'm going to be issuing a citation for passing over the double yellows when it's not allowed. Just sign in the red box. By signing, you're not admitting to doing it. All you're doing is promising you're going to take care of the ticket with the court. I don't know if we'll fit there. And then I'm going to give you a copy. It should be mailed to your address, so hopefully that's the correct address. But if not...
So he does ticket her this time for the actual moving violation of crossing or passing over a double yellow. So again, last time, it doesn't seem like he gave her the fix-it ticket this time with the license and registration and proof of insurance, but he did give her that the second. So he let her kind of go scot-free the first time, gave her a break. Second time, though, he gives her that fix-it ticket, which I think was totally appropriate. Third time, he actually gives her the moving violation ticket. So to me, this progression is appropriate. Now, 3 times, you can either start to say, I can understand why half of you guys think harassment, half of you guys think special treatment. I'm going to kind of tell both of you, I think, is no. Both sides that have sent it to me. I think he handled it appropriately. She handled it appropriately. She did stuff wrong on the road. Nothing crazy. She got the appropriate tickets and warnings for what she did on the road. He pulled her over only when he legitimately should and could and gave her a break, then gave her kind of the light ticket, and then gave her the actual ticket the third time. I kind of think this is how it's supposed to work. And I think if it always worked like this and all interactions were like this on the road, we'd be better off. Now, I understand sometimes we have horrible people that get pulled over and we have horrible cops once in a while that, do things or say things that they shouldn't. And so that creates a lot of the problems, but I don't see a lot of that here in this interaction.
The court's in Simi Valley. There's some contact information down below, okay? Do you have any questions? Okay, make sure everything's correct. And then here you go. You're free to go. Just drive safely, okay?
Very interesting. I'm kind of glad you guys sent me those. Those kind of some interesting encounters, So that's all we got. Not any huge breaking news, but hopefully you guys enjoyed a little one-off. It was nice to have something a little bit different and to see people acting appropriately generally between the two people that were on the screen. So thank you for sending this to me. Hit that like button if you guys haven't already, and make sure you subscribe to our page. But for now, that's all I've got. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching another episode of The Lawyer You Know. If you enjoyed the episode, please hit the thumbs up and share with your friends who may be interested here on YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. And don't forget to check out the Lawyer You Know podcast with new seasons dropping every quarter. If you have a case you want to talk to us about, if it's a personal injury case, wrongful death, catastrophic injury, car accident, or slip and fall case, please email us at lawyeryouknow@gmail.com. And of course, all these links I just mentioned are included in the description below on this episode and every episode. So until next time, this is Peter Tragos, The Lawyer You Know.